style. If you're new here, please subscribe down below and click the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I am a really small channel, so any support as I grow will be truly appreciated. But today we will be doing a flawless foundation routine using my Nars soft matte foundation. Now I have been using Nars for years. I have the Naturally Radiant Longwear foundation. This is actually my second bottle, so I was really excited to see when they came out with the soft matte version, because I do like a matter finish just because I have oily prone skin. I know the trend right now is really dewy skin, but I just feel like soft matte foundation just lays down on my skin better. But yes, let's get started. So I already put on sunscreen and moisturizer, and I actually have these moisturizing eye strips on my face. I had that on there for a while. I will link them down below if you're interested into which ones I exactly use. But now I'm going to use my e.l.f. poreless face primer, and I just use way too much. Do not use this much. I cannot believe this all squirted out like that. Okay, now that my primer is on my face, I'm going to move on to brows. I am a brows before foundation type of girl. I'm going to start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow, what is this called? Oh, brow freeze. This was pretty expensive. You can use soap for it. Even when I was buying this from like Ulta, I think I got it from, the sales associate was like, you could just use soap. But I didn't want to have soap on my eyebrows all day. I think this was like $25 or something crazy. And I like to bring my eyebrows up, and then for the arch I try to like carve out my arch, and then once that's done I go in with my brow pencil and shape it further. This brow pencil, I think this is e.l.f. I like to use a brow pencil that has a spoolie at the end just to blend everything out, but I usually start right here and then I just carve out my brows, and then I go in and I fill it in. And once that's done, it's time for the fun part of carving out your brows with concealer. I love this part. I feel like this part makes or breaks your makeup because your brows really sets the tone for your whole face. So I like to use a lighter color under my brow and then a color closer to my skin tone on the top of my brow. And I'm using I'm using Nars Shape Tape Concealer, and then I'm also using the Fenty Beauty concealer, which I love so much. So I'm using the color Medium Honey for under my brows, and then I'm using this brush. It's like a flathead brush to give me the exact focus I need to carve out my brows. I know this looks light, but trust me, I'm going to blend it out. And honestly, I like it to be like lighter for a more dramatic look, because I like to look like I just got my eyebrows done from the nail salon. And then I take another flat brush and I bring that down even more and start blending it out. And sometimes I take some from the bottom and I start carving out the top with this as well, just so it can look more precise. And now I am going to go in with my Fenty for the top of my brow. And then I'll take some of the Fenty on the top and I'll blend that in on the bottom. Now I'm going to use a fluffy brush to blend out all of this with my Fenty Pro Filter powder. This is in the shade Honey, I think. I'm just going to use this to blend this out and then set this on my lid. Okay, I am going to do eyeshadow today. I'm going to do a smokier look, a lot of browns. So if you have any neutral palette, you can really use this look. But today I'm going to use my old trusty faithful Kat Von D palette. I don't know if they still sell this palette, but I will link down below a palette similar. And I'm going to start off going between these two colors. And I'm just blending this all in the crease of my eye. And I feel like these browns really do complement my skin tone. And then I have this Huda Beauty travel size palette. I love this one. I'm like embarrassed to show you this because I've used it so much. I've hit pan on 3 different colors. And I'm going to use this deep burgundy color on the crease of my eyes as well, just to smoke it up some more. And I'm really only focusing it on the outer crease. Okay, once that's all blended out, I'm going to use my concealer and just put it to the center in the inner corner of my eye. This will be a base for my lighter color eyeshadow. I'm not doing a cut crease. I'm just using this as a base to brighten up the lighter color eyeshadow that I put on my eye. I'm just patting that on there. Now I'm taking another smaller brush just to pat that on there some more. and blend that out. And as you can see, that blended really well. Now I'm going to go into my Kat Von D palette and I'm going to put a lighter color eyeshadow over top of that. Now I'm going back in with my fluffy brush and just blending out the top of that. Now I'm going to use this little stubby fluffy brush and I'm going to put a little teeny bit of black on the outer side. And now I'm going back in with that big fluffy brush and then I'm blending that out even more. Now at this stage, my eyeshadow is done. Now I get to do the fun part, which is the liner. I will do that off camera because I honestly can barely do my liner at all. And I know I definitely cannot do it on camera. So I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, I have my winged eyeliner on and I'm not going to lie, it was a challenge putting it on. I've literally been wearing winged eyeliner since like high school and every time it's always like a challenge. And I also use a pencil eyeliner on my waterline. But now we're going to do the fun part, and the reason you probably clicked on this video, which is the foundation. I usually like to do mascara after the foundation as one of my final steps, so I'll wait and hold off on that. But yes, let's get into the base. So because I've been sitting here for a while, I'm sure my face got a little bit oily, so I'm just going to blot out that extra oil using toilet paper actually. And now I'm going to use my Fenty powder to blot out oil as well and just add an extra barrier between the foundation and my face. And this is the shade Nutmeg, by the way. And now I'm going to go in with my foundation. Again, this is the Soft Matte Nars foundation. And I actually, in order to have more control over my foundation, I like to squeeze it on the back of my hand first. And then I like to go in with my, I think this is called a stipply brush. I like to pat that into my hand and then go in with the foundation on my face. And I try to use a light hand just because, again, I have oily skin, so I try to avoid cakiness as much as possible. And this foundation really melts into your skin. Like, I'm putting it on and it's already like drying down. I'm going to start off with my Fenty foundation. This is the color 445 if you were wondering. This is the same color I use for my foundation. And I'm going to start off and just put some of this under my eye. And then I'm going to go in with my Nars Shape Tape. And this is a lighter color. This is Deep Sand. And I'm going to focus this right in the corner of my eye. This is why I use such a light hand with my foundation, because I really like mixing it in with my concealer. And then I start off on the outer side and make sure that's blended in really nice before I go up to the top. Now while that powder sets on my face, I'm going to use this e.l.f. Deep Concealer just to contour my face further. And I'm honestly just shaping out my cheek. I put it on my jawline as well. And then I put it on my nose. Now I'm going to use this angled brush just to blend this all out. I'm using the same tool on my nose as well. Now I'm going to use my favorite bronzer slash contour. I love this one. Sometimes it's hard to find like contours that's like deep enough for my skin tone since I am dark skin. But I'm using that and putting this in all the places that I put the liquid contour. Next I'm going to blend out my setting powder that was under my eyes. Next I'm going to do my other favorite part, which is my blush. If you know me like in person, you know that I love blush. But I'm actually going to kind of prime my blush by using this Milk Makeup cream blush. I'm going to use this as my base and then I'm going to put my powder blush on top. I'm using a stipply brush and then I'm going to put this on my nose and then I'm going to put this on the high points of my face. I put it on the very high point. I put it almost like close to my eye. That's how high I like it. Now I'm going to use just the same brush that I use for my contour just because I don't feel like going and grabbing another blush. But I'm using this bright pink color and I'm going to just put that where I put the cream blush earlier. And now I'm going to use this lighter pink. In person it's more peach, and I'm going to put that on my nose. Now at this point, I usually use my all-nighter setting spray to set my face, but I actually just ran out of that one. So I'm gonna use this one by Wet n Wild instead, that I just grabbed from my sister. So I'm gonna use that to set my face. Woo. But I'm gonna let that dry, and while I let this dry, I'm gonna do my other favorite part, which is my lips, which I feel like truly brings together my face. Oh my god, this is my sister setting spray. That one is strong, girl. I was not ready for that. So I have these two NYX liners. I feel like liners is something that you really don't have to like spend a lot of money for. Like, that's one of those things that I refuse to spend a lot of money for. So I have a dark brown one and a black one. I'm gonna start with the black one just to line out my lip. Next, I'm going to use the brown one just to clean that one up. Now I'm going to use this Morphe lip gloss, and I love this combo mixed together, but it's a really like lighter color. It's in the color Freebird, and I'm just going to put that in the middle of my lip. Now I'm finally gonna put on my mascara. My mascara is something that I usually don't spend a lot of money on either. When I do spend a lot of money on it, I usually use the Better Than Sex mascara. I like that one a lot. But right now I'm just using a drugstore one on my eyes. Now that mascara is on, I'm gonna highlight the inner corner of my eye. I don't really put highlighter anywhere else anymore. And there you have it. And now I'm gonna put it on my nose. And sometimes I put it on my lips, but my lips are way too like juicy right now to put it on my lips. Then one trick that I've discovered to stop makeup transfer is to just blot your face with tissue. Like, I really do not even need to put highlighter on my face. Just by the natural like sheen and moisture of my face, it just adds highlight on its own. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed watching me do my makeup today. Again, I am a small channel, so any support as I grow will be truly appreciated. And if you can, put a green heart down below so I know you made it to the end of the video and you are a real one. And if you would like to see more videos from me as I grow my channel, please subscribe down below and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my uploads. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye.